Welcome inside the Timmons Arena, where the Furman Paladins are taking on the Davidson Wildcats. It's Southern Conference action from Greenville, South Carolina. I'm Angela Mallon. Patrick Hushin will join us shortly. Lainey Crowder, our analyst. Both teams come in at 4-0 in the Southern Conference, and Furman has a chance to go 5-0 for the first time in school history.
They sure do. This is a huge game for both teams, not only to see who will stay undefeated in the top of the conference, but for Furman in particular, they have not gone 4-0 at the beginning of their season since the 98-99 season when their head coach, Jackie Carson, was a player here.
Well, let's move to our one-on-ones, and we'll start with Davidson. You can't talk about the Wildcats without talking about 6'4" center, Sophia Alexandravicius.
And you cannot talk about her without talking about the fact that she was selected preseason player of the year for the Southern Conference. She rightfully so got that title. She is the total package.
The Wildcats really put some points up in their last game against Elon 2 nights ago, as Alexandravicius had 23 points. 10 rebounds. Murray had 21 points, 7 rebounds, and Jasmine Kalen had 16 points, 7 rebounds. And Griswold goes up as Furman pulls within 3 points. 19-16. Furman inches closer to a tie. 4:48 remaining in this first half. Great defense by Peterson.
Able to block the shot, keep the ball, and give it to her point guard to get in an offense here. Let's see what they go to here. They've had a lot of trouble getting into an offense tonight.
15 on the shot clock, so in this inbounds play, Furman has got to be able to get it in and score. Really have to find some offense here.
They've got to find offense. The only thing that's worked for them so far is pushing the tempo and hoping to get a quick shot, because that is the advantage that they have on Davidson. But they've got to find an offensive set that will work.
You know, like you said, they've taken some good looks, can't get it to fall, but the last several minutes, Davidson's played really tough defensively.
They have played great defense and are getting it.
Turnover by Davidson as Durdaller gets it back for the Paladins. And a shot by Thompson.
You know, for a lot of programs, that's a risky shot because you have no one to hit the boards if you miss. But I think that's what Furman's got to do tonight, is take some chances on their transition offense.
A 1-point game again. Alexandravicius gets the bucket.
Sophia Alexandravicius.
Coach Carson's got a more offensive-minded team out there right now. There really aren't too many players that can match up efficiently with Alexandravicius. But hopefully she's hoping at least to create some offense here to go into halftime.
2:16 remaining in the first half. We've got now 10 on the shot clock. 5 on the shot clock. Inside, no good. Thompson on the defense. Offensive rebound by Davidson. Sitton takes the wide open shot, and Davidson goes up by 5.
You know, and what happened there was that was an offensive board by Davidson. Unfortunately, it turned around and gave them 3 extra points. You hate to see offensive boards like that. That's why they're boxing out. Rebounding is so important this game.
.12 on the shot clock as Thompson takes it. Katrin Chemika enters the game.
And once again, I mentioned it earlier, but Furman has taken some shots. All of them are on top, which is what you always hear as a shooter. Keep shooting if the shots are on top. Now, if they're short or really off, it might be your night to step off a little bit, but they've taken great shots.
26-20, Davidson leads Furman. We have 1:26 remaining in this first half. The Furman Paladins would like to specially thank Jim and Carol Ney of Atlanta for helping make today's CSS Furman production possible. You know, when I watched the Davidson practice the other day, I was so impressed by the way she starts her practice off. Every player, 20 minutes, ball handling skills, solid.
That's right. They're a solid fundamental team, and she takes a different approach to her team in preparation for games. And it's really interesting. You know, she said yesterday to us that she's more proactive. She is not going to worry about how the team they're playing will keep them from scoring. She's going to worry about how she's going to score, which is, I think, a unique approach when you focus so much on your team and not too much on your opponent.
Well, Davidson shooting 37% from the floor. 6-point lead. Alexandra Avigus makes that a 8-point lead.
They must have seen us talking about the 10-0 run that Furman had gone on, because I'm pretty sure they came out and now are on a 9-1 run or something like that.
The basket would be big here for Furman. They need a little bit of momentum heading into that locker room.
Being down low should really be able to help them this half.
Griswold, pull-up jumper, in and out. I know Coach Carson reiterated the importance of just getting a strong tempo at the beginning of this half. No, but you can only tell them so much. They have to be able to do it for themselves.
That's right, and it's a little bit different. She started Morrissey here instead of Murphy. Murphy usually is her go-to point guard to have an up-tempo game. So it'll be interesting to see if she's making more of a playmaker type adjustment with putting Morrissey as the starting point guard this half.
A wild pass by Griswold. Back at Timmons Arena, the Furman Paladins have cut the Davidson lead to just 5. The most complete coverage of NCAA women's hoops anywhere in the South is on CSS. CSS offers matchups from the best teams at conferences in the Southeast. Tomorrow, watch the number 16 ranked Lady Dogs take on the Auburn Tigers live at 2 p.m. Looks like I could take some dance lessons from this young lady.
I was about to ask if you were her teacher.
What? You've never seen me on the dance floor, that's for sure.
I could probably learn some moves from her for sure.
11:56 remaining in this game. It's a 5-point ball game, folks. Both teams 4-0. Who's going to go 5-0 today in SoCon play? Inside pass, nearly denied, and Furman's coming the other way. Roberts goes in strong and draws the foul and going to the line. We see Jackie Carson excited. The bench is on their feet. This is the most energy we've had in this ballgame.
That's exactly right, but she's got to be excited. Her team is doing what she has asked of them.
Sitton thinks about it. Drives into the lane. Call's going to go in favor of the Paladins. 4-point lead by Davidson. Furman with a chance to cut it to 2. Or even 1, Laney.
Hey. They can get some 3-point shots. They've struggled with those this game. But it could happen.
1 for 7 from 3-point land. Nice idea by Morrissey.
It was. Booker just wasn't quite ready for it. It was a quick pass. And Morrissey's doing a great job of handling Sitton's pressure. Sitton can put some pressure on you for sure.
You're really seeing the athleticism come out in this sophomore, and she's going to be a fine leader and point guard as she continues to develop her game.
She definitely is.
13 on the shot clock as Johnson looks for her teammates, and Murray's going to set the offense, driving into the lane, taking it all the way.
You know, Furman has done a much better job this second half making Davidson work for their points. Their shot clock's getting lower and lower. It's 3 seconds right here, and then you bail them out with a foul. Oh, that's so tough to watch. After all that hard work to bail them out.
Murray, an 82% free throw shooter. Now a 5-point lead by Davidson.
Sarah Durdaller.
Furman's got to quickly get in their offense, push the tempo like they have been doing, set a couple more screens here to get somebody open. There just hasn't been much movement on the offensive end for Furman so far today.
Randolph gets the ball swiped away as Davidson's coming the other way. .21 on the shot clock. Sitton picks up her dribble. 10 on the shot clock. And Murray dials in for 3.
You know, Morrissey was guarding her. She got caught up on 2 different screens and no Furman players. They weren't switching, which left Murray open.
And a shot by the Paladins. Booker gets the 3-ball to drop.
What a step back move for her. And she once again had Alexandrovich on her, but no fear. She was able to knock it down.
6-point ball game. Johnson goes in strong. Now an 8-point game. Thompson calling for the ball on the other end.
You can see Furman's trying to set screens, but they've actually got to go find somebody. They can't just be a body standing there. Find a person, set a screen on them with hopes that that will help your teammate out. But right now they're just kind of running to a spot and hoping to hit somebody compared to finding somebody to hit.